I love the sounds of that. I love, 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 love the sounds of that. Greetings. Hello, everyone. Salutations. Morning, evening, afternoon, and whatever time is in between. Hello, we are on this journey together at Daily Antidote of Song. I'm happy to be with you. I'm Arne. I'm your host for this Tuesday edition. And we want to give thanks to the beautiful folks over at Carpe Diem Arts. Wave them in. Wave them, y'all. Do the wave. Do the wave. Yeah, do the wave. And you might as well just wave at yourselves. Wave with yourselves. And we want to thank everyone who's streaming in on all of the various platforms. Greetings, welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad you are here today. It is September 26th. I'm scared to say what day it is because I might have it wrong. I'm gonna say 1268. I'm just but somebody's gonna let me know. Okay, I see some people shaking their heads. Okay, let me know for sure. Let me know for sure, for sure, for sure. Okay, who is here in the room with us today? We have Kevin in DC. We have Deborah in Kentucky. Arlene in Berkeley. Bonnie in Boise. We got Susan G in Cincinnati. Sheila in Florida. Mabel is here. I see what you did, Mabel, with the bear. Baba James Harkless is here. Yes, greetings, sir. Are those new glasses? Okay, Aloysius is here spreading love around the world. We got Cricket in Maryland. We got Carolyn. Oh my goodness. Are you in Epcot City? Are you in Orlando? All right, we'll figure it out. Susan is here. Hey, Susan. We've got Isabel here in Florida. Kevin, yes, is here in New Hampshire. Kevin will give me the right day. Amanda and Miles, wow, in Michigan. Hello, hello. Deli in Maryland. We got Pat Brown. That's a new name for me. Welcome, Pat Brown. Catherine Smith is here. Hello, hello. Caroline in DC. All right. Harriet Dart is in Chicago. Mama and Papa Curly Tops are here. Uh-oh, I see some more. I see some little curly tops in there. Come on in, everybody. Trish is here. Hey, Trish. We got Phil in the UK, in Totnes. Hello, my dear Phil. We got Storm. Yay! Storm is here. Loriana and friends. Kachina. We've got Hoda in British Columbia. Eric Karan. That's a new name for me. We got Hannah in Vermont. Bronwyn is here from Victoria, BC. Sandy E. on the Potomac River. Are you in the Potomac River or are you on the Potomac River or around the Potomac River? Somebody let me know. We've got Annette in California. Hello. I see what you did there, Annette, and I approve. I approve. Okay, there the curly tops are. We got the little curly tops here. Curly top juniors. Antonina in Santa Cruz is here. Hello, hello. Sarah Page in Texas. Hello. Jamie in Victoria, my Victoria friends. Gary with solutions all around the world. We've got LMG in Connecticut. Marion Rose Smither. I can't see the last name, but you're in red, and so I'm welcoming you. We've got Kay in Texas, Ray with JoJo's mom in New Jersey. Laris is in the UK. We've got Linda on Orcas Island. Martha Wagner is here. All the cool kids showed up to class today, and you showed up on time. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Did anybody ever tell me what day it was? Okay, Kevin, I see it's 12. Okay, it's 12:16. Okay, it's 12:69. Okay, so I was a day off. I'm breathing and forgiving myself. I told you I missed three that day at school. I missed the number three. Okay, today we're celebrating the birthday of Winnie Mandikizela Mandela. And while we're doing this, I want to take a moment. Just take a moment. We're going to go back in my personal history. We're acknowledging the life and death of one Dick Clark.
Mm.
And I'm not talking about Dick Clark from American Bandstand. People from Iowa will know who he is. Former Democratic senator. He walked across Iowa, and I wrote a paper about him when I was in school. Um, Very active overseeing committees or pushing against apartheid in South Africa. And he recently transitioned, and so I just want to acknowledge him. And if you know who Dick Clark is, put it in the chat. Put it in the chat if you remember him. But we're just grateful for his life, and we keep moving on. We keep getting up, and we keep moving on. And we have a treat for us today. The one, the only, Peter Amidon. Peter
Hello,
Amidon,
everybody.
come to the stage. Come
I'm
to the stage.
so happy to be here. Thank you very much, Arne.
How are
I,
you today?
I'm doing great. I'm really happy to be here as usual with all of our old and new friends. And I'm a new. I did a little. I actually did our. We don't have a pastor at the moment in our church, and so we've been taking turns doing the services. And yesterday I led the service. I was the preacher, Preacher Peter, and it was all about story. I did. It was quite a lot about storytelling, and so I thought I would do a little bit of a story today, along with this song. But first, I'm going to teach you. This is a song Mary Alice and I learned. She's out hiking up on Bald Mountain in Townsend today. She could not be here, but she sends her best. We learned this song so long ago. We don't know where we learned it from, but it's a Polish folk song called "Busy Monday Morning." And I'm going to teach you the melody of it before I tell the story. On a Monday morning, your turn. On a Monday morning, my turn. Busy Monday morning, busy Monday morning. Father mowed hay, so did I. Your turn. Father mowed hay, so did I. We mowed hay together, he and I. We mowed hay together, he and I. Father mowed hay, so did I. Father mowed hay, so did I. We mowed hay together, he and I. We mowed hay together, he and I. The whole thing. On a Monday morning, busy Monday morning. Father mowed hay, so did I. We mowed hay together, he and I. Father mowed hay, so and I. We mowed hay together, he and I. So a long time ago in Vermont, there was a little boy who lived with his father. It was autumn. And every morning when the boy got up, his father wasn't there. And he said, "Mommy, where's Daddy?" And she said, "Your father is out working. He gets up before you get up." And he said, "Well, I want to go work with him." And she said, "Why don't you tell him that?" So when father came home for dinner that night after his work in the fields, the boy said, "Father, I want to go work with you in the fields." And father said, "I get up so early. I don't think you'd want to get up that early." "I do. I will. I want to work with you." And so the father said, "Okay, you can." "Okay, I can't wait. You can wake me up tomorrow morning." "Oh, no," said the father. "Tomorrow's Sunday, and I rest one day a week, and tomorrow's the day I can take the day off. I just need one day to rest." So the boy was so excited. He kept running around the house all day Sunday. He could hardly sit down. He was driving everybody crazy. And finally, they had dinner, and he had a bath, and his father put him to bed. And the little boy said, "Tell me Rumpelstiltskin." So his father told him Rumpelstiltskin. And by the time he got to the third room filled with straw, and the little funny little man came in, by that time the little boy was asleep. And the father kissed him on the forehead, and he went downstairs, and the boy slept through the night. And the next thing the boy knew, he was being shook awake, and his father said, "Get up, get up." And he said, "What, Daddy, it's dark. What, it's so dark out." "Don't you remember? It's time to get up. We start working. "Oh, yes," said the boy, "I remember." And he just jumped out of bed and got dressed, and they went out into the fields, and it was just starting to turn light, just starting to turn light. And the father had a wonderful, big, beautiful scythe, and he gave the boy a beautiful little scythe, and they started mowing the grass. Big field filled with grass, and they just started mowing. On a Monday morning, busy Monday morning, father mowed grass, so did I. We mowed grass together, he and I. Father mowed grass, so did I. We mowed grass together, he and I. And they mowed and they mowed, and the day got bright and the day got hot and the sun moved high, and the boy said, "I'm too tired to do any more mowing." And the father said, "I am too tired to do any mowing too. Let's have lunch." So they sat down, and they had an apple, and they had a sandwich that had chicken and cheese in it with bread, and they had a nice cool drink of water. And the boy said, "Let's get back to work." "Yes, let's," said the father. And they kept mowing and mowing all day long, and all of a sudden they were all the way up to the forest. And the boy said, "Father, we're all the way up to the forest. Look, it's so beautiful." And the father said, "Turn around." And the boy turned around. He said, "Whoa," because all of that grass, that had been so tall was just laying flat in the field. It was amazing. So he went home, and they had dinner, and they went to bed, and the next morning he got up early, and they went out, and the father said, "Here's your rake. We're going to rake the hay this morning." On a Tuesday morning, busy Tuesday morning, Father raked hay, so did I. We raked hay together, he and I. Father raked hay, so did I. We raked hay together, he and I. And they raked, and they raked, and they had lunch, and they raked, and they raked, and they were tired and sweaty and went home and had a wonderful meal. And the boy went to bed, and the next day they went out, and he gave him a pitchfork, and the boy said, "What's this for?" He says, "We have to turn the hay over so it'll dry better." This is Wednesday. On a Wednesday morning, busy Wednesday morning, Father dried hay, so did I. We dried hay together, he and I. Father dried hay, so and I. We dried hay together, he and I. And the next day was Thursday. And the Thursday was the day they took the pitchforks again, and they pitched hay into big piles. And the boy said, "What's this for?" And the father said, "This is so it's easier to haul into the barn tomorrow." On a Thursday morning, busy Thursday morning, Father pitched hay, so did I. We pitched hay together, he and I. Father pitched hay, so did I. We pitched hay together, he and I. Well, the next morning the father woke him up, and his boy started running out to the field. "No, no, no," said the father. We're going to the stables." So they went to the stables. "And what for? Why aren't we going to the fields?" "We have to take the horses and hook them up to the wagon so we can haul the hay back in." So they hooked up these two beautiful big workhorses up to the wagon and pulled it out and started hauling hay all day long. On a Friday morning, busy Friday morning, Father hauled hay, so did I. We hauled hay together, he and I. Father hauled hay, so did I. We hauled hay together, he and I. And then, when he woke up, the little boy, on Saturday morning, the boy says, "What are we going to do today?" He says, "We have to go into the barn. We have to stack the hay. We have to stack the hay." So they went into the barn, and they started stacking the hay. And the boy spent most of his time climbing up really up high and jumping into the hay. And he got all hot and sticky and wonderful. It was fantastic. On a Saturday morning, busy Saturday morning, Father stacked hay, so did I. We stacked hay together, he and I. Father stacked hay, so did I. We stacked hay together, he and I. And he was all hot and all sticky, and he'd had such a great day jumping in the hay and stacking that hay. And that night they heated up some water, and he took a nice warm bath, and then he went to bed, and he could hardly get to sleep. And his father read him a story, and he wouldn't go to sleep. And he told him another story, and then finally the little boy fell asleep, and his father kissed him on the forehead, and he went downstairs. And the next thing the boy knew, he woke up by himself. It wasn't his father waking up, and it was strange. He said something's wrong, because it was light out, and his father hadn't woken him up. And he said, "What is going on?" His father forgot. He overslept. "What's going on?" And he ran downstairs, and he ran up to his parents' room, and the door was closed, and he put his ear up to the door to listen to hear what was going on, and he heard... And they were sound asleep. And he threw open the door and says, "Mother, Father, wake up. It's late. What are you doing? We have to go work in the fields. It's already light out." And his father said, What? Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to tell you. Today's Sunday. We're going to just take today off. And anyway, the cows, they already have their hay. We're just going to rest today. On a Sunday morning, cows ate hay that morning. Father rested, so did I. We rested together, he and I. Father rested, so did I. We rested together, he and I. Busy Monday morning.
Peter. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, my heart is bursting for so many reasons. Everybody, let's give it up for Peter Amidon. Let's just that's the first thing. That's the first thing. That's the first thing. Okay, how beautifully you tell a story.
Thank
How beautifully. Okay, I got the idea for your next million. You got to call people up and tell them stories at night. I need a story. I need a story. Come on, everybody. Who doesn't want a story from Peter Amidon? Yo, Joe, I'm telling you, this is the next million for Daily Antidote of Song. How impeccable, how incredible. I mean, there's so many
you.
elements to it. Rumpelstiltskin, how'd you know that was one of my favorites? Okay.
Oh, it's because you got good taste. You
I,
obviously have good taste. That's a great
I
story.
It's a
Yeah,
great story. It's top
yeah,
to bottom, top to
yeah,
bottom. I'm
yeah.
loving the work ethic. I'm loving the togetherness. I'm loving the enthusiasm for wanting to work, the curiosity, the wonder of it all, and just how beautifully the story stacks up.
Thank you.
Timeless, Peter. Timeless, timeless.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm a city girl from the south side of Chicago. We did not have trees on my block when I grew
Wow.
up. There were
Yeah,
no trees. It was
yeah.
concrete everywhere. Across the street was a Schlitz beer factory. Who knows Schlitz beer? Okay. And they would let us roller skate over there because they had ramps, and that was what was so wonderful. So, help this city girl out. How does one mow hay?
Do you know those big scythes that are there? There's a big curved handle. This is the 19th
Okay,
century scythe, and
okay,
you hold it like kind of like that, and then it has a curved and then on the bottom up. So here's the handle here, and then it goes curving around. Is this curving blade that goes around like that, and so the blade goes just right. Smooth right against the ground, like flat against the ground. So it mows the hay. It mows the hay very close to the ground. It's a very like kind of a sweeping motion like that. And I have to tell you that there's a really beautiful in Anna Karenina. Whoever's read Anna Karenina, one of the best part of Anna Karenina. Remember when Levin is out there mowing the hay with the peasants, and
right,
he just gets into this state. And that's what I think about when I'm telling this story is about he just gets into this state where it's timeless, where he's a landowner. You know, he's a wealthy man, but he really loves, but he also has his heart for the farm and for the work and for his workers. And so, and it's unusual for a landowner to do that, but he was really working with them. But he just, and it's just this really great part of the book of Anna Karenina when Levin is doing that mowing.
I,
So, that,
I,
and I tell you one of the stories that one time I asked my neighbor Bob Henry, because he had everything in his house for a scythe, and I thought he was going to give me one of those little straight and little kind of wiggly things, but he had a 19th century beautiful scythe with a really sharp blade on it. It was the most amazing thing. I couldn't believe it. But anyway, that's what they were using was this old, it's the one
okay.
that it's the one that death carries around, that old, you know.
Okay, I see the image. I just never saw it in action. So I guess I
Yeah.
need to go to YouTube
Yeah, it's
and
beautiful. Yeah.
see how to mow hay.
And they get into this rhythm, this kind of just rhythm of just going, whoosh, back and forth. There's a dance to it, a kind of a dance almost.
Okay, see,
Yeah.
this is why I need daily antidote of song in my life. So I can go back and fill in all those blanks as a kid. Because, I'm
Yeah.
thinking like
Yeah.
we had just, I saw as I grew up, and we had a lawn, and now I've got a lawn, we've got the lawn mower.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking, how would a lawn mower work with hay?
Yeah. Right. Yeah, it's too
Okay,
tall. It's too tall. So, and I wanted to also just, there was another kind of subject I want to talk about, just that I
please.
mentioned before, because I've discovered how many of you have gone in, how many of you people have discovered and explored the Daily Antidote database? I don't know if you haven't done it, you should because it's amazing. You go to the Daily Antidote website. At the bottom it says database. Click on that, and then there's another thing, and there's another click you have to do, and just fool around. You'll find it. But eventually, you get this list of all of the daily antidotes that have ever happened, and all the people who've led them. And I go through that about every 2 or 3 days. I just go through that and find one amazing person after another. When there was one person I missed, I would have been there if I would have known about it. Was I saw our friend Malcolm Dalglish did one a few days. How many of you saw the Malcolm Dalglish? Wasn't that amazing? I mean, it was just he's doing this body rhythm stuff, and he's such a great performer and artist and human being. And it was just like, and it was another new, unique moment for the Daily Antidote because I don't know if anybody done anything quite like that before. And how many? So what? And so what about? RNA, what are some of the countries that people are from that have done the Daily Antidote? Can you just rattle a few of those countries off? I mean, it's just incredible. Like
Okay, I know
Mexico,
there's
Italy.
Italy,
Yeah.
there's India.
Beautiful leader from India. Yeah, she's amazing.
Yes, Shruti, there's the
Yeah.
UK, and I know UK is the United Kingdom, but then was there someone from Ireland before?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Just, I mean, so many different countries. It's just incredible.
yeah, wow.
These beautiful
Peter,
souls.
how,
Beautiful
how
souls.
how do you have time? How do you have time to do this, or you just carve it out for yourself?
I work on the computer a lot, and that's a really wonderful thing to do when I'm there anyway. And just, and I get the email in, from the day, and I'll come when I can. But sometimes I just say, well, sometimes if I can't go, I'll go back. I know I can go back a few days later, and that's when I see the whole list there. So it's
Wow.
pretty amazing, yeah.
That's a wonderful idea to go back to the archives.
Oh
Okay.
God, it's amazing, yeah. It's
Oh, wow. I'm scared now. Okay. Wow, wow. Okay, Peter, what's going on what's going on in your life? What's happening?
So I'll tell you one really exciting thing is we have a new park that I'm on the park committee. We had a church purchase some land, and during the pandemic, we didn't have church. We had virtual services for a year, and then one summer we said let's have services outside, and so put up a tent. We actually put out 4 tents, actually two kind of main tents for the people, and which took a lot of work and a sound system, and then we'd have to, so we'd get there at 7:30 to set up for the 10 o'clock service, and then we'd be there till noon, striking. We thought, wouldn't it be nice if we had a permanent structure? And then we started talking about, oh, well, let's make a pavilion, and then all of a sudden somebody said, let's make a labyrinth, and then we said, let's make a park, and let's make it a public park, not a church park. So now we have the Guilford Community Park, and if you go to guilfordcommunitypark.org, I think it is, or if you just search for Guilford Community, you'll find it. And so I've been on that, and we just last winter we built a beautiful, beautiful timber frame pavilion, and we had a 6 hour Sacred Harp sing there Saturday, and last Sunday night we had a big celebration of the park itself with my daughter-in-law Zara Bodie's little big band, about 100 people coming, and we've had dances there, and we've had theater things there, and people just come and bring their kids, so it's a new park for Guilford. So that's one of my favorite things I've done lately. Much of fun.
Incredible. Incredible. Wow. Congratulations
Thank
on
you very
that.
much. Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Okay. And then you're doing performances in the park, yes?
Oh yeah, yeah. There's
Yourself?
they have they're different. We don't I can't think of what's scheduled there right now. We've just had a whole bunch of things. We actually kind of closes down in the winter time,
Okay.
but there was a beautiful French dance there and a contra dance, and and then people just go to the Guilford store next door, and they have their lunch at the park, and they go to the children's play area. The park includes a, what do you call it, a fire pit, and
Oh,
we had a pub sing around the fire pit one day, and
wow.
yeah, all kinds of music. So
Oh, wow. That's incredible. Incredible. And then Preacher Peter, when you wear the
yeah.
Preacher Peter hat, do you have an instrument in your hand? I'm just
Oh
curious.
yeah, my banjo. Yes, yes.
So you have it with you as you are delivering your message.
Oh yeah. Oh, yesterday. You mean when I was a preacher?
Yes. Do
No, I
you,
didn't use the banjo. I used my choir. My choir was my instrument for that one. Yeah, and my son Stefan was the choir director. and we did let's see, every time you feel the spirit, you know that great that
Yep,
in,
moving in the heart.
yeah, we did that,
Oh,
and we did
yes.
an old shape note song that Stefan had learned from Larry Gordon in Village Harmony. Yeah, that was pretty wonderful. Yeah,
Let's uplift Larry as we're right
uh,
here now. Let's just
absolutely.
uplift him.
Yeah,
He
really.
affected so many lives in such a positive and great way. Thank you for bringing him into the room with us. Thank
Yeah.
you. Is there a way we can just kind of get a little bit of the song
Oh,
going out?
sure. I'll do Monday and Sunday, the first and the last. Here goes Monday. Everybody, please help me out here. On a Monday morning, busy Monday morning, Father mowed hay, so did I. We mowed hay together, he and I. Father mowed hay, so did I. We mowed hay together, he and I. On a Sunday morning, cows ate hay that morning. Father rested, so did I. We rested together, he and I. Father rested, so did I. We rested together, he and I.
Wow, I'm
Thank
holding
you,
that on my
Arnie.
heart today. I'm holding that on my heart today.
Arnie, thank you for your wonderful, wonderful work on the antidote. It's just
Oh.
really, really inspiring, and thank you everybody for coming. It's our community. It's
Yeah,
our
it's our
privilege.
community, and it's certainly an honor. Before I let you go, can you tell us if there's a concert honoring Tony and Larry that was recorded and on YouTube? Are you Do you have any
There,
information about that?
there was well, actually, the Sacred Harps thing we had last Saturday was actually that was in memory of Larry Gordon and Tony Barron, and that was the purpose of that one. It wasn't recorded. It was an old-fashioned, unrecorded Sacred Harp sing, you know. So our shape note sing using the Northern Harmony that Tony and Larry had combined, jointly published, and the old Sacred Harp.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think of can I tell you about as far as Tony? There was a 2 hour funeral for Tony that is up on YouTube, and for Tony and Margaret Dale because Tony and Margaret Dale died within a week of each other, and she was a beautiful gardener and singer and part of our church family and an elementary school teacher. So that's a beautiful thing to watch. For Larry, I'd have to see what, there were a lot of really great memorials for Larry, and there definitely are YouTubes up from some of those different memorials. So check it out.
Yeah, because everything's being filmed now. The same way you can go back to the Daily Antidote archives. We
Yes,
want to be able to experience and just feel the warmth of what's happening in your world, especially with singing and these incredible people. Peter, thank you. Thank
thank you.
you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. And in
My,
case I didn't say it, thank you, everyone. Peter Amidon.
thank you.
Peter Amidon. Wow. And let's gently wave him. In case you need to leave, we'll just gently wave you
Thank you.
onto
Bye
your
bye.
next adventure.
Bye
Wow.
everybody. Love to all.
Love to all. Oh, let's take it. Let's breathe that in. I'm holding that. I'm holding this. All right. I don't know that there are any announcements that need to be made today, so I'll just say goodbye to all those who are streaming on all the various platforms. Thank you so much for being here. Hold that love in your heart. Hold it in your heart. Close. We need it. We need it. Kevin in DC, we want to thank you always for being here. Deborah in Kentucky, we appreciate you so much. Laris in the UK, thank you, thank you. Arlene in Berkeley, yes, appreciate you. Bonnie in Boise, love you, girl. And Susan G in Cincinnati, thank you so much for being here. Sheila in Florida, so great to have you here. Mabel and a bear in Massachusetts, loving, yes, we love it all, you know. Antonina in Santa Cruz, love the smile. Thank you so much for your presence. Baba James Harkless in DC. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Harriet in Chicago. My kind of town, Chicago is. I know you don't know nothing about that song. You don't know nothing about that. Cricket in Maryland. Thank you for being here. Curly Tops in Vermont. Appreciate you all. We need to have you all come on and sing at some point. Diane in Puerto Rico, thanks for being here. Annette in California, appreciate seeing you. Great, great, great. Mama and Papa Curly, thank you. Thank you for being here. Athena in Brooklyn. Thank you, day 1269. Okay, I'm writing that down. Thank you for being here. Hey, Chuck in Detroit. Great to have you here, sir. Martha in Oregon. Appreciate seeing you. Phil in Totnes. Wasn't it great, Phil? All the way in the UK. Thank you, Phil. Linda on Orcas Island. Appreciate seeing you. It looks like you have two hamburger buns behind your head. Maybe it's just me, but don't move. Stay right there. Always stay there. Ruth and Clive in Birmingham. Great to see you both. Thank you for being here. Caroline in DC. Glad having you here. Hey, Kevin in New Hampshire. Thank you for setting me straight. Appreciate always seeing you. Hey, Pat Brown. If you're new to the Daily Antidote, put where you're from. Put it in the chat right now. And we welcome you here. Amanda Ann Miles in Michigan. Yay, with a fur baby. I love the dew. I love the dew, Miles. I love the dew. Trish, thank you for being here. Appreciate seeing you. Hey, Aloysius. Great to have you here. Fred in Silver Spring. Thank you, sir. Always love seeing you. Carolyn. Okay. Yes, there she is. I was giving you a chance to get here. Good to see you here. Where are you? Put it in the chat. Tell us where you are. Hey, Bob in Massachusetts with a bear. Thank you for being here. Deli in Maryland, great seeing you. Hey, Storm, nice to see you, my friend. Hoda in British Columbia, thank you. Isabel in Florida, thank you. Gary with solutions all over the world. Let's see, LMG in Connecticut. Marion Rose Smither. Put it in the chat where you're from, and welcome if this is your first time here. Hey, Ray, JoJo's mom in New Jersey, Loriana, Kachina, and can't see the rest of it, but glad you are here. Thank you for being here. Elizabeth in California, thank you. Moon in Alexandria, thank you so much. Everyone, let's take a breath. And just remember to be loving. Just be loving. Be the love that we need. Be the love.